You're welcome. You're welcome. Let's see here. Yeah, guys, go ahead and make sure y'all send out last minute text messages and notify your team members and people who are going to be taking a look at what we're doing. Make sure they're on. Also, take a moment. When Chris, when Juan comes on and takes us live on Facebook, make sure that we go ahead and make sure we go ahead and get people on Facebook as well.
Evening, Mr. Bean. Clella Ferris coming in from Downey.
Hey, Clella, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Good to see you. Good to see you.
It's great to be seen.
I know that's right. That's right.
Great evening, Mr. Bean. From Maryland, it's Carla Wynn. Do you need me to help you with letting people in this evening?
I appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and set you up for it. I appreciate you. Welcome to the call.
Thank you.
All right.
Good evening, Mr. Bean. Matt Sistrunk calling.
Sistrunk, welcome to the call.
Thanks, sir.
Mr. Bean, you'll need to make me co-host too.
Yeah, matter of fact, there you go, right there. I was just trying to, it keeps on scrolling so fast, I'm trying to catch up to it. All right. Let's see here. They coming on. All right, guys. Like I said, get yourself something right with something right on. Again, let's make sure that you notify your team members, and all your partners, and all your brokerage owners. Make sure that they're on here. Want to make sure they get this information. Also, make sure that anyone who you're wanting to introduce to services that we offer, make sure that they're on here as well. Yep, and if you need to get something to drink, a cup of coffee or something, go ahead and take a moment to do that, and we'll be getting started shortly. But definitely want to make sure you guys get yourself something right with, something right on, or something to type on. Don't want to miss this information, all right?
Mr. Bean, how you doing today, sir?
Hey, Juan, what's going on, man?
Just right here. Is there any way you can make me host for a second, and then I'll turn it over back to you?
Yes, sir. Let me do it right now.
Thanks.
There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we'll be going live in just a moment on Facebook. So when we go live, that way while the presentation is going on, you want to make sure you go ahead and tag everyone that you added to the ATM. And again, take a moment, go ahead and continue to send out last minute text messages to make sure you notify all the people who you want to be a part of this information. Make sure that they're on to hear it. Yeah, we got a first tonight, guys. First time I get a chance to share the stage with somebody who's lighting this thing up, and so I want to make sure y'all get a chance to hear from him. He's gonna open us up in a minute, but before you do that, make sure you're in a quiet place. Make sure you're in a position where you can take some copious notes without being distracted. Again, these are some 6 and 7 figure nuggets that are going to be released tonight. So again, make sure you're in a position to receive them. All right, and also after you state your name, where you're calling from, go ahead and put your microphone back on mute, and make sure we don't disturb anybody.
Hey, Mr. Bean, Gabby Tober, Orlando, Florida.
Gabby, welcome to the call.
Hey, Kay Presley, New York.
Hey, Kay, welcome to the call. New York is in the building.
Landon Taylor, Houston, Texas.
Hey, man, long time no here, huh?
I know. We need to do it more often.
I know that's right. It's nothing like a nice little three-way. Welcome to the call.
Pat Honorata in Milford, Connecticut.
Hey, welcome to the call. Connecticut is in the building. That's what I'm talking about.
Roy, St. Louis.
Mr. Leroy, welcome to the call.
Right, man.
All right, guys, let's take a last round of introductions. Make sure you go ahead and, like I said, get yourself something right with, something right on if you haven't done so already. Get yourself in a nice, quiet spot. That way you're not interrupted. Put the kids up, put the dogs up, put the cats up, put the husband away or the wife away. anything that can and will be a distraction, make sure you get them out of your room. All right. Because again, the information we're going to be sharing with you guys tonight, we want to make sure that no one steals this opportunity from you. Okay. And so again, if you want to go to state your name, where you're calling from, that would be great. And then we'll get this show on the road. All right. Make sure we are. I'm almost certain we are live. Before we do that, make sure you're in a quiet place. There we go. And we are live on Facebook. Like I said, while the presentation is going on, make sure you're tagging your business partners and other brokerage owners into this information. Make sure that they're catching it live along with you. And so I want to make sure we're ready to go. Okay, got my partner in crime here tonight. And guys, I really and truly, I'm excited about the information you guys are going to hear tonight because I get a chance to share it with somebody who I got a really good amount of respect for. And ever since I've been in the company with this guy, all I've seen him do was for others. I mean, like I said, it's one thing about making a ton of money, in high ticket sales in the industry that we're going to be talking about tonight. But it's a whole entirely different thing when you have someone who's focusing on making money for other people. Okay. And so this guy's a family man, obviously. He's done a lot of great things and the corporate American sales. As a matter of fact, in his previous sales company, he was in what they call a president's cabinet, top 3% of income earners and salespeople in that company for years. And he's taken, that leadership, he's taken that excellence and he's brought it over here, to BYLD Network. And he gets the chance you guys get a chance to hear from him. You get a chance to experience his professionalism and his excellence. And what I want to do is I want to bring to the line my partner for the night, none other than Mr. Chris McHenry.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Hey, your mic sounds nice. Take one.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bean. Appreciate it.
Yes,
Appreciate it. Honored to be introduced by the great Mr. Bean. I respect a lot of the work you've done so far at the company and the things that I've heard of that I haven't even been a part of. So I'm happy to be a part of that now. So what you guys are going to get, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is going to be one of the greatest shows on earth. You got Mr. Bean and then Mr. McHenry presenting tonight. If you have people that are not on the call, they should be because they're going to be missing a treat. Now, let's get this started. Can you all see my screen? Let me get some ones or some fires if you can see my screen. All right, I see some chat lighting up. All right, can we see it? 1-1. Okay, there we go. BYLD Network. You see, I am draped up and dripped out in BYLD gear today. The hat and the shirt. Why? Because my mindset has been changed. I've sold into the opportunity and the vision. I'm ready to build my net worth. And my business is already being built. It's already done. And now I'm just attending to it. So that's what we're going to do for you. Now, you might say, well, Chris, what does all that mean, right? What is BYLD? Well, we're a high-ticket brokerage having 4 verticals with huge income potential, right? 4. So you can strike out with 3 of them and you still get 1. 3 strikes are out, but we give you another pitch at it. You got 4 here. Now, why build a business? In today's day and age, no one's coming to save you. A 9-to-5 is what's necessary to feed your family, to pay the bills, to keep the roof over the head. But now you clock out of your 9-to-5 and you're onto your gig. So you have to do this. This is something that's necessary. It's not something that like, hey, if I got some free time, I'm going to go out and do this. No, I have to do this to survive, right? We're all wanting to take grasp of our own future, our financial future, to build generational wealth. The only way to do that now is to build a business. And why is that? Well, because our current situation, we're dealing with layoffs, we're dealing with inflation, interest rates are still high, even though they're starting to trickle down, they're still pretty high. Job displacement, recession, and you want to be in the position where you never have to look up and say, I don't have a job anymore because the company downsized, we're going to give you the opportunity so you don't have to ever have that conversation where you're popped into a room talking to HR and say, hey, we value your time here, but that time has ended today. I'm going to have my time valued as much as I want it to. No one's going to control that. Now, we live in the day and age of the gig economy, and this all started probably back when COVID happened. Like you have Uber, you have Airbnb, you have Shopify, you have Etsy, you have DoorDash, Instacart, all these different things. So you're clocking out of your 9 to 5 and then you're hopping into your gig. But well, we're not presenting a gig tonight. We're presenting a path to financial freedom where this gig, that if you want to call it that, is not going to put wear and tear on your vehicle. It's not going to put wear and tear on your home, because Airbnb, people are coming to one of your properties that you've invested in, and they're throwing spaghetti on the wall, they're having parties, soda, and you got to pay to get it cleaned up. Door dashing, if you hit the brakes too fast, soda might spill over in the car. Now I got to go get my car washed. Or if you're Ubering, you're putting wear and tear on your tires, your engine. I'm putting wear and tear on my brain. And I want to do that because that's going to give me more wrinkles. The more wrinkles you have, the smarter you are. So this is what we're going to be able to give the ability to do. Now, whenever you're looking for a business opportunity, I equate this to looking for your spouse or looking for a car. You have some non-negotiables, right? The things that you have to check off and make sure it has that or it has this. So when I'm looking for a business opportunity, these are some of the things you want to look at. You can take my advice or not, but this is some things that I think are very important when you're looking for a business opportunity. Big target market, low penetration, something that's in essential goods, gas, electricity, water, because we can't live without those things. And then something that's going to thrive in a good or bad economy. So whether the economy is good or bad, I need to have my lights on. I need to have the water on. I got to take a hot shower. Because if I have a bad day and the economy's bad, go take a hot bath, go take a hot shower. We're talking about some products that go on your shower head that'll make it even better down the road, a little bit. I'm not going to spoil it. Now, what products and services do we offer here at BYLD? Remember, I said it was 4 high-ticket vertical sales. Solar, Encore Solar, that's our solar division. We have ADT and Brinks. The beginning of the year, which is right around the corner, we're going to have Ripple, our own proprietary security system that is going to provide, it's a game changer, and it's going to have residual commission. Then we have Rain, our alkaline water division. And then we have Smart Money Club, which unlocks residual income. So think about that. Mr. Bean, I didn't even know this. We're going to have 2 products that is going to pay residual income. Not 1, but 2. Now, commission, $6,000 to $10,000 on a solar system. Brinks, ADT, home security, $500 to $700. Our alkaline water division, $1,000 to $2,100. Now, down the road in this presentation, we'll talk about what all these numbers mean when Mr. Bean gets to the money part of it. But even if you don't get to that part, these numbers, I take this right here. Stop the presentation right here. How do I get this? And then unlock residual income. Show me how to spend smart, not stupid. How do I invest in all this money that I'm making so I can keep it? And the IRS doesn't come knocking on my door and want half of it and want half of my hard work for typing. I don't want that. So all of these products are geared around the homeowner and then a individual person to make them more financially free, to save money. Those are all beautiful things, right? Now, let's talk about solar. When we talk about solar, we talked earlier about some boxes that need to be checked off, right? And usually when you check off boxes, that's, the business does this. It can survive in this. It can do this. But also, sometimes you just got to be at the right time and the opportunity just has to be great. So size and opportunity is right now. It's right now. So don't wait until next month or next week, because by that time, I'm going to have ran past you. Because I tell people all the time, I'm building with or without you. Come get on this train with me. I'm the conductor. I got seats available right now. They're filling up, and the train's gonna be at capacity. And I'm not kicking people off the train that's making it move. There's 130 million homes in the US. 90 million are eligible for solar right now. When I say size and timing of the opportunity, that's size. There's only 5 million that have gone solar. 85 million are left. So we got 85 million opportunities for people to say no. 85 million. That's a lot. If we just get 1% of that, I'm happy. 85 million. That's what I want you to think in your head. Like, man, 85 million opportunities. That's a lot. Let that sink in. And why are people looking at solar right now? Well, because we can save them money anywhere from up to 50% off their energy. We've given them, or we can give them, multiple ways to get this with no money down. Blackout protection. There are people that went through some natural disasters a couple months ago that went without power for weeks at a time. So nothing hurts worse when you don't have it, right? When you don't have security and someone breaks into your home and you had the opportunity to get security and you said, no, it's too expensive. And someone broke into your home and stole your Rolex watch or stole your chains that could have paid for that security. Then you have a natural disaster when you're weeks without power, food spoiled in your freezer, in your refrigerator. You can protect yourself for that now. And the government is providing a 30% tax credit. Some scenarios, your home value will increase. And you're getting clean energy. You're disconnecting yourself from the dirty energy grid. Now in 2022, someone went solar every 44 seconds. 2023, I believe it was 39. 2024, it'll probably be in the 30s. But some people can't even hold their breath that long underwater. And somebody's gone solar. Snap your fingers, they're gone solar. And I think the biggest market for solar energy was in your backyard, Mr. Bean, Texas. That had the biggest market for solar last year. So for those of you who live in Texas or surrounding Texas, there's a gold mine. It's not in Nevada. It's in every state. You got a small gold mine in every state in your backyard. And this is a legitimate career opportunity. You can do it full-time or part-time, virtual, and you can simply just refer the commission to someone. If you don't want to sell, you don't want to come into the company and learn and put your head down, that's okay. We don't shame that because there's a path for everyone. We have a path for everyone. You come in and you want to just refer and monetize your network, great, I got you. You want to come and learn how to sell solar? I got you. You want to learn to come sell water? I got you. What about home security? I got you. So there is no in this scenario. You can do multiple things with our company and earn multiple ways. Now, with our partner that we selected, and I say we selected because we have, as a company, we have the opportunity to pick multiple partners. We can choose one over here and one over here, but we chose to go with the #1 residential installer in the US. And they provide a 25-year production guarantee that guarantees power, guarantees production. So if you don't get the energy on your contract that you signed up for, you get reimbursed for that. They've done over 100,000 installs and been in business over 10 years. Now, what do you see here? Some people say naked roofs. We've heard that before. We see opportunity. When you start selling something, or even when you start researching something, when you start even thinking about something different, your vision changes. Things start looking different. Now, all of these roofs to me, they are opportunities for solar, there are opportunities for alkaline water, there are opportunities for home security, there are opportunities for builders, there are opportunities for commercial real estate, solar. I don't look at anything as not an opportunity. Everything is something valuable to me. So when I look at these homes, it's either I'm talking to somebody, and I said this the other day, I talk to people for a reason. I'm nice, I'm friendly, but I have a reason to talk to. My words are valuable. My voice is valuable. So when I'm speaking to people, it's because I'm benefiting them. They have a pleasure of working with me and our leader. We have great leaders in the company. Now, let's talk about some examples of some people that we helped save money. California, sunny. I'm in California, Southern California. Nobody's not like us. You know, Kendrick, you guys know the song, not like us in Southern California. Okay, so we have high bills out here for this high lifestyle that we like to live out here. So we got to save money where we can. So this homeowner was paying $287 a month. We cut their bill down to $148. And guess what? The commission on that was $6,400, $3,200 and $3,200, split by the mentor and the mentee. It wasn't an IQ test. That's what our VP of sales, one of our founders, said. The solar is not a sales presentation, it's an IQ test. I'll take it even further and say it's an open book test because the answers are right in front of you. When you're in school, in high school, in college, you look forward to those open book tests because, well, all right, cool, I got time. I can open up the book. I know it's on page 74. Let me just figure out the answer. It's an open book test. Now, here is someone in Florida, 410. They went to 290. They actually got batteries too. Commission was $4,100 and $4,100. $8,200 in commission. You're earning while you're learning. This is split by a mentor. Somebody just said, hey, my neighbor, they need solar. Here's a bill. Boom, Mr. Bean, can you sell them solar? His answer was yes. And I'll pay you $4,100. Thank you for that referral. Thank you. $4,100. Now, when we sit down with homeowners, we educate them. We educate them on what they're doing now. No one likes to be sold. Can we agree on that? No one likes to be sold. So what we do is we sit down and we come to an agreement with the homeowner. We educate them and they understand what they're doing now is going to continuously increase month over month, year over year. And can we agree that I have an alternative solution for you? So when that happens, we come to an agreement. Now, that agreement may not always be something that they want, but we're coming to an agreement saying that if you don't decide to do this, you are just deciding to pay more and more every month and every year. Historically, go back 5 years, go back 10 years. What was gas? What was electricity? It was all cheaper. So that shows you month over month, year over year, it gets more expensive. Now, this man, Mr. Warren Buffett, energy deregulation will be the largest transfer of wealth in history. Now, when this man speaks or he's posting and I'm reading something about what he said or he invested in, I'm listening. Whether my pockets are big enough to do what he says, hey, don't worry about that. Let's not pocket watch. But I'll be listening to what he says. And he said something about energy. What space are we in now? I'm in the energy space because this space, this vertical, is going to create more and more and more millionaires. And we have the blueprint. The blueprint is not given to you. It's taught. We're teaching it. So you can go out and teach it yourself. Now, with that, that's my time, ladies and gentlemen. So sorry you can't hear from me anymore, but be so happy that you get to hear from Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean, Mr. Bean. He's one of the leaders at the company, our VP of leadership. And when I met this man, he sat in the front row at our first meeting. It was a pre-launch. It wasn't even a launch. I saw him. He had an aura around him. Like, Charlie Murphy had that orange aura around him. I said, okay, I want to go meet that guy. I went and shook his hand. I said, hey, how you doing, Mr. Bean? I didn't even know his name at the time. I just said, hey, how you doing? Shook your hand. I know you're going somewhere, so you're in the front row. I just want to meet you. And here we are. So I'm going to leave and I'm going to pass the stage for greatness. Thank you, Mr. Bean, for letting me share the stage with you.
No problem, man. That was a great presentation, actually, guys. And I want to just say right now that that opening was very, very educational, very, very impactful. And I hope you guys took some really good notes. And 1 second here. Son brought me a cup of coffee, so I make sure I keep these vocals warm for you guys, okay? And so I'm just gonna step back right now because like when Chris said it, I want to put some emphasis on that. This is a man that actually invested $10 billion in clean energy. As they say, success leaves clues. This is one of the most successful investors in the world. And then when you look at the new cabinet, the new administration, I just want to share with you what $1 billion wealth transfer looks like before it actually happens. And I'm not talking about $1 billion for the nation. It's going to be way more money than that for the nation. I'm talking about $1 billion for this company. What that looks like before it actually happens. When you see, the new cabinet for the presidency move into office, regards to who you like as a president and candidate and all that other stuff. I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about economics. Okay. Look at who the president chose to lead the government when it comes to efficiency. Okay, Elon Musk. Okay, and so we're talking about he's Mr. Solar, everything solar, and so the state that he lives in, resides in, is everything solar, right? And so your nation is going to be converted right before your very eyes. Okay, and so I need you guys to really get that part first because when I start talking to you about money, if you didn't get that part, you won't get the money either. Okay. And so now when you look at where we're actually at in this situation, guys, the company, a very generous company. Again, they pay out in lucrative amounts, crazy amounts in some situations. I actually thought that they overpaid in most cases. And so, but it's not my money. All right. So I'm going to help people make as much of it as they're willing to make. And the cool part about it is this, you saw this slide earlier, and I brought it back up for a reason. And it's because, when I got out of the industry of sales, direct sales, network marketing, and all of that stuff, after me and my wife had made millions of dollars, in 3 different industries, after being blessed, we got a chance to now come home to the family, be with my kids and my wife full time. And 3 years later, somebody gives me a call about this company. Okay. And as I had been pitched on company after company, opportunity after opportunities, some investments I took advantage of because it took money, not my time. But this is something that I actually have a passion for, which is helping people make money. Okay. My wife and I, I would say since 96, and I take that back since 2008. I'll go back to 2008, just from the coffee alone. We retired over 40 people. We've helped at least 10 people make millions of dollars on top of what we've done for ourselves. But again, we have a goal, a personal goal to help 10,000 families over the next 2 to 5 years get to $5,000 a month of residual reoccurring income. Okay. And so what I'm going to show you guys is going to help me get to my selfish goal, but it's also going to help those of you who are looking for something, right? Part-time, right? Something that don't require a lot of your time at all, but you want to be able to make a 6-figure annual income or multiple 6 figures, okay? On a part-time basis, no recruiting, doesn't have to be network marketing, and you just want to do it on your own skill set. Guys, you can do that. For those of you who are saying, you know what, I don't need a 6-figure annual income. I just need $1,000 to $2,000 a month, okay, of just extra income or a little lagniappe, as they say in Louisiana, right? Guys, what I'm going to show you, Chris already showed you, kind of how the commissions range. You already seen that one, solar deal can carry a family 3 to 4 months with just extra money. Put the situation in point where now they can send their kids to private school or even fund their college tuitions. Okay, and so that's important. So for people who are like myself, you see the big picture. You want to go ahead and build a legacy. You want to go ahead and create some residual income. You want to generate some wealth where you can take that money, diversify, and reinvest. And you want to do that by, probably building a brokerage. You're in the right place as well. Okay. So with that being said, let me share with you how the money is actually being made. Okay. So when you look at personal sales, that's the first thing. It's like Robert Kiyosaki calls it YOE, your own efforts. Guys, the company says we'll pay you 70% on every personal sale that comes into the company. Okay. You're either going to get half of that commission or you're going to get the whole commission. And I'll show you, what that looks like on both situations. But that, let's say the average profit in this example, okay, is $10,000. 70% of that is $7,000. If you're on both sides of the transaction, guys, you actually get the full 7,000. Okay. If you share, guys, you're going to get 3,500 and the other person is going to get 3,500. Okay? And so there's very, very simple process in getting that first half. Okay. And this is why we have so many people coming on board, walking away from part-time jobs and walking away from Uber and Airbnb, Etsy, and everything else that Chris mentioned. When you can put yourself in a position where you can go through a 3-step process and make $3,500, guys, it's a no-brainer. Okay. Step number 1, okay, pique a person's interest and give a person some benefits basically on how owning their own energy, benefits them, how, solar being introduced to their home increases everything around them value-wise. Okay. 2, get that person's bill. And that's all you have to do. Instead of answering any questions and selling them anything, your job is not to sell anything at all, not to answer any questions. Just get the bill. And number 3, okay, set the appointment. You're going to set the appointment with the expert. Okay. And that expert, we call our experts mentors. And we call them mentors because their job is not just to bring the homeowner to a buying decision. Their job is to also mentor someone who's bringing that deal to the table so they can then learn how to walk a person through that process if they so chose to. It's optional. Okay. And so either way, being a person who originates the deal or a person who mentors on the deal, you're still working on your own efforts. Okay. Mentors have the ability to have deals, brought to them, based on the fact that they qualify to close deals for people. Okay. And so to become a mentor, guys, you just have to do 3 deals, bring 3 deals to the table with a mentor, sit there, watch and learn. Okay. And then do 5 deals on your own. Okay. Without the mentor's help, and you get 100% of that commission, right? And now you take a company certification, complete that. Now we put your name in lights. We add your name to a Dropbox. And then anybody from anywhere around the U.S. Who needs a service done can now choose you to help them do that. Okay? That's how simple it is to become a mentor. Our process is very, very simple. Other companies, they want to keep you from being a mentor and they make you stay in sales for a long time because you're basically bringing deals to the table for them to close. And that's the way they build in a greedy fashion. Okay. We want everybody in the money right away. Okay. Now, just like you're a mentor, guys, guess what? Other people are going to want to be a mentor and they're going to need 3 deals just like you needed 3 deals. And let's say you have 4 people per month do 3 deals. That's 12 deals for you. Okay. That's $42,000 in this example, right? In this example, it's $42,000 per month. That's a $500,000 a year. That happens, 12 months in a year. Okay. And so when you look at Zig Ziglar, he's basically one of the greatest, personal development and authors, speakers, and orators of our time. And he has this quote that I love and I believe in wholeheartedly that you will get all you want in life if you help enough people get what they want. Guys, simply said, you put everybody else's family first and their goals and dreams and desires first. Guess what? You'll never, ever be last. You'll never, ever be left wanting. And so that's why when you look at people who head sales forces in corporate America, people who are brokers in real estate firms or insurance companies or mortgage companies, or people who have services where, you have a 1-800 number, you can get a doctor on the line. They have a board of doctors. Whoever sets that brokerage up or whoever sets that panel up, guys, they are providing opportunities for the people and they should get paid on every transaction that happens. They're the founders of the feast. Okay. And so we're going to put you in that position where you have your own sales force, your own brokerage, and you can bring on anyone that you want. Okay. So as a simple consultant in this company, right? You have your brokerage, you open the doors of your business, and now let's say you bring Chris on, and Chris is a dynamic salesperson. He's one of our top closers. And Chris is, let's say he does one deal. Remember, in that example, that 30% that was left, that $3,000 that was left, you get 20% of it. That's $600. Say Chris does 5 deals. Okay, that's $3,000. Okay, now say I do 5 deals, you bring me on, I do 5 deals. Again, now that's 10 deals that we did in a 60-day window of time. Your actual percentage goes from 30%, 20% to 30% as a manager. So instead of $600, you're getting $900 a deal. 9 deals, $900 a deal times 10 deals is $9,000, guys. Okay, and so what you want to do is you want to go ahead and again look at the value of that and say, hey, look, I am putting myself in a position where I get to override everything that happens, in my brokerage going forward. Okay. That's the key to wealth, guys. That's the key to leverage. That's the key to time freedom. So you have some people who, again, they just want to work part-time or even full-time, but they just want to sell stuff, and that's perfect for them. And then you have this demographic who wants to have a brokerage and have a sales force, and they want to go out there and empower the nation. Guys, there's nothing wrong with either. Okay. What we do is we put a person in a position where you come on and we show you and design a business plan for you with what you want to accomplish with your goals and dreams. But as you can see, this depends on sales, not the amount of people that you have in your brokerage. If you have a small, highly skilled, and ambitious sales teams, guys, you can get to 120 team installs in a 60-day period of time with a mere fraction of someone who has a large sales force and they're untrained. Okay. And so again, all the way up to 45% per person and per deal on your overrides, 25% down in teams, guys. And then this is also where you're now starting to get your profit sharing, right? You get a chance to get paid on every transaction that happens in a company by being added to that company-wide pool. Okay. Another example of what it looks like, say we're here with as a manager with 10 deals, guys. 10 deals been done in a month, one per person, 4 by your directs. First level, 6 coming anywhere else in your team, $6,300 in this example. Okay. If you do one deal by yourself, birth size, like I said, $7,000 that transaction, added to those what your team did, that's $13,000 in a month. You do that every month, that's $150,000 in a year, part-time. Okay. And so, guys, you understand the power of part-time. When you look at this situation, when you look at being in a car, part-time, or being on a job part-time, 25 hours, 30 hours a week, you're making maybe $3,000 a month. Okay. But with a couple of hours a week, okay, making a couple of phone calls and allowing some of our experts to close deals for you, you get to keep those 30 hours a week that you're giving, to that gig, and you can give that to your family and the ones you love, or to the things that you really have a desire to do, your hobbies and your interests. Okay. And that's what this is about. You remember, you only get one life to live. And sometimes, not all the time, sometimes, guys, the amount of money you have as leverage will determine, the quality of the life that you have. So for me, it represents freedom for me on a lot of levels. Okay. Now, what this company also offers is an opportunity for me to be able to open up a company without having to have all of the money and to take all of the risk, right? So when I look at traditional solar companies that are out there, and I see that you have to have all of these things in place, right? And those companies you pay anywhere from 150 to $200,000 to open up one of those companies, and 25 grand to 50 grand a month to run one, sustain it and scale it. As I'm gonna just say right now, we get 100% of everything that you see right there in front of you, right? And we didn't have to put any of this stuff together. It was like a business in a box, a brokerage in a box, and that box cost us $200 to open it up. Okay, and so this is about working smarter, not harder, right? I just brought on a young man who lives in Austin, Texas. He is a dealer, right? And all he services was Texas, right? Because the company that he worked with was a Texas-based corporation. Now he has access to all 38 states that we function in. Okay. And so again, when you look at what we're doing right now, guys, we just put you in a position where if you're looking for a part-time career or a full-time career, you get yourself started as a consultant. $149 takes care of all your certifications, takes care of all of your classes, your support, everything that comes with it. And it turns lights on in your building, right? $49 a month is your monthly overhead. It's a joke. But the cool part about it is this, that $49 a month in overhead is powerful because it shows that the IRS that you're in business, right? You've done business every month and you had an intent to make a profit. So regardless of how much money you do make or don't make, guys, you get a chance to now get a large portion, okay, of your the money that they took from you from taxes out of your job. You get a large portion of that back. Okay. Now, the business builder side, that's a whole entirely different situation. Okay, because now you're in a position of a broker, right? Now you're just like a real estate broker, insurance broker, mortgage broker. Again, people who have large sales forces and sales teams. All right, you get a chance to take advantage of all the overrides and everything that we have for you. Right, but there are some other perks and benefits that come with this that increases the value exponentially. Okay, and so when you look at this, there's $199 down, $99 a month, and keep in mind on both of these, right? You have 4 business partners come on, or 4 people in your sales force come on, and guess what? Now your monthly overhead goes away. As I have run a business since day one with zero overhead for free, right? And I built a really nice, sizable team that spans nationwide. And I can just say right now, my solar brokerage is again going to surpass most of the solar companies that are out there. And guess what? I am not the one that put the system together. This is where you put your ego in a box and say, you know what? It doesn't have to be my idea. I just have to take, the initiative and go out here and open up my company. But let me give you some of the benefits that come with having a business brokerage. Okay. When you look at Smart Money Club, guys, this membership is ideal for people who want to have a future that doesn't require you to work in it, right? So this is going to put you in a position where you have access to all of these things that you see here and more. But just know this. Just understanding and having access to credit repair building programs, guys, your credit, again, is a really important thing. It's going to be even more important to your future when it comes to your medical, your financing, just all insurance, all kind of different things. You want to have great credit as leverage. Robert Kiyosaki, he says, I love debt, but I only love good debt, not bad debt. Okay. And so you want to be able to go and get money anytime you want. Just like the richest and wealthiest people in the world, they don't use their own money. They're smart money people, right? So tax planning, guys, we're going to show you, as a matter of fact, to talk to the CEO today. He's got some things coming right now that he's working on right before the end of the year for the people who are in the Smart Money Club to show you how to go ahead and write this business off this year in your next year's taxes, right? So you can actually go out there and make money in this company before you make one sale. Okay, being your own boss, being your own bank rather, through insurance, being able to borrow now from yourself instead of other financial entities. We'll show you how to build up there. That is all of this stuff and some, as well as other financial opportunities that we have coming along that we will announce at other dates. But again, this comes with it. Okay, your bill rewards, guys. The membership program here, when it comes to you being able to go out there and dine at 50,000 restaurants at a discount. 150,000 retailers where you can go out there and shop till you drop, right? And get discounts everywhere. We have those offers out there for you. 850 travel providers. And for me, I live the travel, right? And so when you look at this actual program, we actually did 2 trips that I used this program for. I came on board in February, and in March, I use it at the Bellagio in Las Vegas. Save $28 a night for 5 nights. All right. As a matter of fact, my resort fee was $25. So it basically covered my resort fee and some. right? Use it at the Hilton LAX when we had an event in Los Angeles, California, at $31 a night for 6 nights, almost $200, guys, that I saved. Okay, and so remember, savings is the new earnings. That was supposed to be income for those hotels, but because I saved it, it was income for me because it stayed in my household. As share some with you. You know, rich and wealthy people, as they don't pay full price for anything because they're not trying to impress anybody. They understand that the money that they keep in-house, they get to invest in something else. So while broke people are paying full price for everything, they're paying a fraction of the price for 100% of everything that they actually buy. Okay? And so, again, take a page out of the book of the wealthiest people out there. Remember, it only cost me $200 to get started. I saved $200 on one trip, right? Just having this membership on one trip paid for my business in a box. But let me show you the real reason why I got started. I didn't get started for any of that. I got started for this. Remember, I came out of retirement because I'd done well and created residual income through coffee and some other things where I had passive platforms that I built businesses in. And when I saw that I can help people make $500 a month, $1,000 a month, but like I said, $5,000 a month, 10,000 families make $5,000 a month just by simply helping them, introduce this opportunity to people, guys. I was floored. Now I can get my definition of purpose accomplished when it comes to empowering 10,000 families out there, but I could also put myself in a position where I can make $250,000 a month, right, in the next 2 years by helping them hit their goals. So subscriber-based businesses, guys, this is all the rave right now. When you look at, social media, go on YouTube and just Google subscriber-based businesses, guys, or go on AI. You have artificial intelligence, Google subscription-based businesses and how fast they're popping up and how many of them out there, right? You'll see that that's the transition now, okay? Because when you look at, the companies that you could take, a real good look at and say, man, these people have made a fortune on residual income and subscription-based businesses. Look at Netflix. I wanted to give you something that each and every last one of you are all familiar with. A lot of you guys during COVID, you decided to get Netflix and chill, right? You had nothing else to do. And when you look at what Netflix did, they built a subscriber base that have over 260 million subscribers that pay a membership every year. Okay. And so when you look at Spotify, over 239 million subscribers that pay a membership every year. Okay. When you look at HBO, 100 million subscribers. But my favorite is Bill Gates. No, I'm sorry, Warren Buffett. I apologize. Warren Buffett with Amazon. Amazon, guys, they actually have over 200 million subscribers, right? And guess what? You don't get a product, with that subscription. You get a service, and that service is customer service, right? You basically what he says is you're going to get your products from us faster than you will the manufacturer. You're going to get it cheaper. And guess what? If you want to bring it back, we got drop off points. We're going to make it real convenient for you. We're going to give you the best price and options, guys. But if you want the same day or next day, make sure you're on Amazon Prime, right? Membership. It's so cold, guys, that I have one and my wife have one in the same roof, under the same roof. And she wants me to get rid of mine. I'm like, no, I'm not, right? Because it's too valuable for me. So I'm just telling you, take a page out of the books of the wealthiest people in the world right now. They are all creating subscription-based corporations. Okay. You're all a part of somebody's subscription right now, right? Like water, right? Gas, electricity. Those are three things that you all subscribe to. And 90+% of you have a cell phone. That's another subscription. Guys, don't make me get started. But instead of making me get started, I'm just telling you, I suggest that you do. Okay. Go ahead and get back with the person that invited you out here, guys. Let them know that you really do appreciate them thinking about you. Whether you say yes or no, guys, we know that you have an educated opportunity. You have an opportunity to get educated about our opportunity. Okay. So regardless of what you do or don't, do business with us. Get the builders pack, get yourself positioned. Let's get yourself started. And let's go ahead and get you, on the road to getting the residual income or part-time income or whatever it is you came here for, let's get that in your pocket and in your bank accounts. All right. So on behalf of myself and Chris McHenry, we appreciate you guys investing your time with us tonight. You could have been anywhere but here with us, but you decided to invest it with us, and we want to make sure you get a return on it. So take care and God bless.